One thing I like to do is, and this is something I learned off of a producer I worked with in the past, and that is what is the main focus of the track? What's the part that carries the track? And right now, for me, in this very basic, crappy demo, to be honest, um, it's the sort of chords are what carry the track for me. So what I'm going to do is I am going to hit the mix button right here. And over in Ableton, if you just go on this line over here and click and drag up, then you have a lot better view of your levels for mixing. I'm going to solo the track, and to make sure, I just need to make sure that the track I want to solo is selected. And I'm going to push solo. And now you can see in Ableton that we are on the right track and it is soloed. And from here, I'm just going to push play, and you can see the levels right here. And we can see where they are in the mix over here on the master channel. Now, I feel like this could be a little louder. So as I'm on 0 dB on the track right here, I'm actually going to go into the device. So click right here, and you can see the volume level of this particular instrument is at minus 23 dB. So I'm going to turn that up a little. Let's take it to minus 19 dB, and we'll see how that goes. So, like I said, that's sort of like the most important part of the mix, and I want that to be dead center. And I also want the bass drum I want to find where that sits in there too, because that to me is also a very important part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the tab button, and as you see, I'm going to be working between the Ableton Live software with my mouse and the Ableton Push. That's just how I prefer to work, because I find some things I can just do quicker in the software itself, and I actually like working within the software. So I'm going to go to this part here where the bass drum is playing on its own with the chords, and I'm just going to loop that. So I'm going to Command L, loop that section. As you can see right here, that the loop brackets are on and the loop button is on. Now I'm just going to push play, and we can't hear the bass drum because the chords are soloed, so I'm going to unsolo them. Okay. I feel like that bass drum could also be a little louder. So I'm going to click on that track, the finger drumming track, and then we can see the bass drum is here. So if I look within my device chain, see, there's the kick drum, and I can just go over here to volume and turn it up. So it's at minus 6 dB right now. And another way of doing that is if I go into the software and click on this little arrow, it opens up all of the sounds that I have loaded into the drum rack. And as you can see, we have the kick acoustic. That should be this one right here. So let me just, oh no, it's over here. So that's the bass drum, and it's at minus 6. So I'm just going to take that up as it's playing. So let me hit play. Oh no, whoops. Sorry, my bad. That is the wrong bass drum. It's this bass drum that I was playing. And I'm going to leave that in because these are the types of mistakes. They happen to me all the time as well. So I want you to see that it's normal to not have a complete overview of what it is you're doing, because there's so many different things going on. I just pushed play, and then I saw that the levels over here went up. So it was obvious that it's not this first bass drum, which was this one that I was playing. It was this one. This is the actual dial that we want to be turning up. And I'm just going to play it and try and find a nice level for it. There we go. I prefer that level. So now the volume just feels a lot better than it was before. The levels in between the chords and the bass drum.